Mom's the word. Can you keep a secret? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, also known as Pajamagram, with day 751 of documenting my journey from the offline brick and mortar world, corporate world, to the online world, and the differences, the lessons I've learned, the struggles I've had, the mistakes I've made, and they have been many. I hate to admit it, but they have been. I've made a lot of mistakes. Gotten sucked into things, gotten into games and mindset stuff that I knew better, but I still did. Still got sucked into it. And I'm pulling out. And so my question today is, can you keep a secret? Secrets are awesome, right? Everybody loves a secret. I don't know hardly anybody that doesn't love a secret. Some people don't like surprises. Like, I don't love surprises or guessing games. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But secrets, I always love a good secret. Now, some people think of secrets as being bad or negative, and some of them are. I think secrets that are bad or negative that you're sharing, those are pretty much gossip. Unless you have firsthand information from the person, it's more often gossip than secrets that you're sharing. But every industry I've worked in, and I've worked in at least 27 different ones throughout my long life and career, and business ownership and things. And in each one of those, what I learned is every industry has ways of doing things. They have practices and procedures that are actually, some of them are intentionally kept secret from the rest of the world, and they don't want the rest of the world to know, but a lot of them are just secret because people don't generally know about them. If you've never been in manufacturing, and I've got extensive experience in the manufacturing industry, there's a lot of things that go on and manufacturing companies do that other people in other industries don't even know about. But when you know about them, it's easy to come in and work in that industry and provide services and solve problems in that industry. That's true of absolutely every industry. And some industries I know about, the vast majority of industries, like everybody else, I don't have a clue. There's thousands of industries out there, right, that I have never worked in. But I've worked in the ones I've worked in, so I can share information of what I've learned from one industry to the next for the ones that I've been in. And those are secrets to most other people. And it's really powerful if you know that insider information and those secrets, because you know how to navigate the waters within that industry better than having to go in and figure them all out yourself. How did I come about these secrets? Well, I worked in those industries, and I got beat up and battered around and bruised until I figured out how things work in those industries. And I realized pretty early in actually my corporate career, after I got out of college, is when I joined. I guess I worked for 3 big corporations before I was done with college, but when I graduated from college and went to work for big multinational billion-dollar companies, that's when I learned that different industries, some of the practices from one to the next are transferable skills. A lot of the skills and abilities and the things that we learn are transferable. If I learn to be a leader in one industry, in one organization, guess what? Leadership skills are transferable to another industry. I could go to another industry and be just as successful in that industry because I already had the core skills that I needed to be successful in any industry. So there's core skills and core functions and core abilities that all of us can learn no matter what industry or what business that we're in. And when we have that solid foundation, we have the confidence to know that we can go to any type company, any job, any industry, and actually succeed in it. I am one of the few people I know that did massive industry change and industry hopping throughout my career. My corporate career was about a quarter century before I finally said, yep, I'm just going to do my own things from now on. But I spent about 25 years in that, and I went from industries that people would tell you could never make that leap from. A lot of times when I was growing up and going to college, we were taught you're gonna, and this was a dead paradigm when we were taught it, but we were led to believe that we would, you know, go to school, go to college, get a degree, get a job, we'd work somewhere for, you know, 25, 30 years, and then we'd retire with our gold watch. Well, pensions were long gone by the time I graduated from college in the 80s, and, you know, those days are, I don't even know if there's companies, I'm sure there's some that have pensions and things anymore, but not very many, mostly just the government. I learned early on that you could go from one industry to the next, and then all you had to learn, really, when you went to the new industry, once you had your foundational skills, was what was unique and different about that industry. Now, it's really powerful when you can go into an industry and only have to focus on learning what's different about that industry or how things work in that particular industry. Because now instead of learning everything, like most people who come into an industry are, you're able to just learn a part of what's necessary to be successful, right? And you're honing in on the exact secrets and things that make that industry different and special and unique, and what make it tick and what make it work, right? So you've got your foundational skills. I personally believe, theoretically, we should learn those foundational life skills and leadership, teamwork, communication. It's, you know, there's probably 20 really core skills that all of us should have as human beings. And we should learn those in college. That's what we should be learning in college, not, sorry, this is not going to go over very well, religion, history, different languages, yada, yada, yada. Infinitum, the stuff that we learn in college that we never ever use. Now, I'm not trashing college. I actually have 3 degrees. I love learning, and I loved going to school because I love learning. But there's a lot in our education system that is broken and wrong and not serving the majority of the people, which are the customers, us students. The students are the customers, not serving them and their best interests. It's about the organizations that are teaching and their best interests, and that's when you get things falling apart. A topic for another day. So, mum's the word. How good are you at keeping secrets? Are you good at keeping secrets? Do you tell people secrets, or are you trustworthy and people can tell you a secret and they know that you're going to keep it for them? I'm awesome at keeping secrets and keeping other people's secrets, because guess what? Sharing their secret is none of my business. If someone tells me something in confidence, then it mum's the word. That's it. It just goes into my little secret vault. It just stays there. And they go about their business doing what they're going to do. Now, I know people that are not good at keeping secrets. I have somebody in my immediate family, one of my sisters. I will never tell her anything ever again. And she used to be my best friend, but I know that as much as she wants to, she cannot for the life of her keep something in confidence or keep it a secret. It's just not within her to be able to do that. I don't know why. Some people can, some people can't keep secrets. So be careful who you tell your secrets to. Secrets generally will connect you and further establish your relationship with someone, you know, if it's the right kind of secret, right? Gossip, I will contend that people that gossip and share negative secrets about other people, that will not necessarily strengthen your relationship. When somebody starts gossiping and being mean or unkind, I'm history, and you know, I don't want to hear it. I'm not going to have anything to do with it, because I learned at a very young age that if somebody is gossiping to you about somebody else, guess what they're doing when they're not with you? They're gossiping to somebody else about you, and who needs that? Who needs that drama and unnecessary negative stuff to be attracted to you? I never did, so not much time for it. So can you keep a secret? Are you trustworthy? Do you know when to keep a secret and when not to? Because I would contend that there are situations where you shouldn't keep a secret. If somebody's being abused, you do not keep a secret. If somebody's doing something illegal, you probably don't keep a secret. Now, it depends on your situation. I'm not around anybody that does anything illegal or hurts people, so I can probably say that without thinking about what the consequences might be. If you're in a situation where you're keeping a secret about illegal activities, and you know if you were to let that secret out, you're going to end up dead, you maybe ought to keep that secret, right? I don't know. Far-fetched scenario even for me. So, love secrets. Been thinking a lot about that today in secrets, because I actually registered a domain called Challenges Secrets, right? Because I was going to write a book about challenges, and I actually outlined it and started it. We'll see if I change the title or not. But there are secrets to how you actually do and pull off a successful challenge. And by challenge, I mean challenging yourself or other people to get a desired result in a limited amount of time, or a specific amount of time. Kind of like goal setting and goal getting on steroids is my version of that. What else is going on? Fun today. I actually changed the fun challenge today. Today it was like all about terrible, horrible, worst day ever, very bad day. And I'm like, I am not starting my day thinking about all the bad things that could happen and then go out and look for all the bad things that are going to happen in my day. Talk about a recipe for frustration and failure. Not going to happen. I would never start a day off badly like that. You know, have I in the past? Sure. Have you ever had a day where you wake up and you wake up late or something, you miss your alarm, or you hit snooze too many times, you're running late, then you stub your toe, or you get toothpaste on your shirt, or you spill coffee, or something else happens, and it just becomes this whole series of bad events that happen throughout the day and actually ruins your whole day. Yep, we all have bad things that happen during our day, right? But we don't have to let it ruin our whole day. Have I let a bad thing happen in my day and then thought about it all day and festered about it and then piled other bad things on it? Yes. How does that feel? Horrible. That's what creates a bad day. A lot of times we might just have a bad 10 minutes in a day. Even a day that I got fired, I had a bad hour in that day. But then I went on to let that day turn into days and weeks and months, and unnecessarily suffered because of a 1 hour event of one day, right? So we have to kind of, it's hard, right? It's hard. I'm not going to say it's easy, but sometimes we have to take things and put them in perspective. Now that was a bigger one. That was a bigger deal in that particular situation, but it was a wrongful firing, and it made me upset, only because I knew I had busted my rear at that company and I did not deserve to be fired. I was fired because my boss was an ass. That's the nicest thing I can say about it. He was an incompetent and insecure jerk, and I was actually pregnant at the time, so it was a bad deal. And it you know, how emotional are you when you're pregnant? Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. Guys, maybe not so much, but it definitely had a negative impact on me that I regret ever spending all that time and energy on it. So mom's a word, secrets. Do you have secrets? Are you good at keeping secrets? How can you use secrets to create what you want and get what you want, and to help other people to get what they want? You actually can. By sharing what you know and your knowledge and your wisdom with other people that's secret to them because they don't know it yet, you can help empower them and help them get where they want to go faster. Speaking of secrets, I am going to be doing I think I'm going to call it the Live Challenge Workshop. I don't love the name, but I think that's what it's going to be, at least for the March 23rd launch. I'm launching on March 23rd a year-long coaching program, and I have coached people for over a year before, but I've never done it as a program. So I'm putting everything I know from all my different industries, from all my different businesses, both offline and online, as a certified ClickFunnels partner, as I've taken lots of online courses and things. I've done so many trainings and courses and certifications offline in corporate America and in business. I don't even remember them all. I'm sure in a tub somewhere in my storage unit I have them. I have the certificates and the materials and the little training manuals and books, but I can't even remember all of them. That's how many. So from real estate to hospitality industry to owning restaurants and bars to manufacturing, lots of manufacturing experience, OSHA, anything quality related, anything certification audit related, tons and tons of stuff. Problem solving, decision making. Actually wrote a book on it. How to get over lots of personal challenges as well. So I'm going to create, and I'm bringing coaches online to actually provide more expert content, even in the areas that I'm not an expert at. I'm not a shrink or a psychologist for mindset and things, but I know incredibly powerful people, and so we're bringing them on to do segments and teach segments as part of the year-long program. It's kind of taking what I was doing with the Women's Summit and putting it on steroids, and realizing that as much as I love women, they are not my target audience with respect to who ends up actually working with me. I spent about a year, last year, I spent about a year half-heartedly targeting women, because I've always wanted to work with more women and help more women along in their journey. And I found that some of us that have, I guess, gnawed our way through corporate America at the time when I did, where we had to, live in a man's world and really figure it out and just get thick skin and toughen up and figure stuff out. Some of us are not the best coaches for the women that are coming up now, for especially younger women who haven't had the struggles and the challenges that we had when we were coming up in our careers. And the approach is a little bit too harsh for some people and too direct. And that's who I am. I'm going to tell you things the way I see them and how I see them, knowing full well that it's just my opinion and based on my experience. And for some people, that they don't want to hear it. They want it sugar coated. They want to hear that it's going to be sunshine and fairies and unicorns and rainbows. And guess what? It's not. It's going to be work. Most of what we want to achieve in our life is about us working, predominantly working on ourselves and becoming the person we need to become in order to have the things that we want to have. And there's a lot of belief that I should just have exactly everything I want right now because I exist. And, you know, nifty, nice thought, but guess what? That's not how it works. And so some people don't want to know how the world actually works and how they need to interact with and give value and provide value to the world if they want to achieve and get value in return. There's a lot of people that have an entitlement mentality and are all about themselves. And, you know, the day and age of being all about yourself, me, 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 and it doesn't fly anymore. People want to know who you are, who you uniquely are. They also want to know, what can you do for them? How are you going to help and serve them? Because if you're not going to help and serve them, they'll find somebody that will. Because there's plenty of people out there that are helping and serving and solving problems for and being of service and value to other people. So if it's all about you, time to revamp and look at what you can give and how you can serve and how you can make the world a better place, right? Just think, if all of us just did a little thing every day to make the world a better place, how much more fun life would be, how much better life would be for each and every one of us and for all of the people that we interact with and encounter on any given day. So, 12-month coaching program coming up, launching, well, it won't launch March 23rd. I'm going to do a challenge March 23rd. I'll do probably a 5-day and a few day bonus challenge starting the 23rd. I believe that's a Monday, March 23rd. Got to get through my birthday and through some traveling. I'm traveling a big chunk of March. So I thought, why, instead of trying to struggle and do a challenge on the road, why would I do that? Why don't I just wait till I get home and then actually have an awesome challenge? Because I love challenges. I don't know if you've been following me for any amount of time, you'd see that I just am always involved in some sort of challenge. So if I can help you in any way, if you're curious about challenges and how they can help you to create and achieve what you want, it's just, challenges are just one teeny tiny itty bitty thing that I like to do. Do they impact everything else that I do? Maybe, maybe not. I think it becomes a mindset and a way of being and a way of getting results that does, but that evolved over time. And I used to do it on one little result at a time. Now I can do, you know, simultaneous challenges. Personally, I can do simultaneously challenges. I encourage people, when you're doing a challenge, you do one challenge and you give it your all. You set your goal and you do what you need to do every single day to make the goal that you set a reality by the end of whatever that challenge period is. People guarantee that you'll get the result if you follow the step. And that means you listen to the videos, you do the action steps and the homework that they give you, you actually do them and you'll get the result. If you don't do them, you're not going to get the result, right? It's like anything else in life. We get out of everything what we put into it. All right, that's all I got today. Go out, make it an awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. And today I'm ferreting out some of the lesser important brand-related type things with respect to this challenge, because I want to, if I'm going to do a nice year-long program, I want to, you know, let's spiffy it up a little bit, and maybe, I don't know if I'll be in my pajamas or not. I haven't decided. Probably some days I will be, because that's just the way I am. And in the winter especially, I love my cozy, soft, and thick robes. All right, have an amazing day, and I'll, of course, see you tomorrow. Bye.